The recent Union Budget 2024 has sparked discussions about its impact on personal finances. Let's check in our expert take section to see what are experts' view and expectation from the economy after the Union Budget. Joining us is Amit Trivedi, co-founder and educator at Osat Knowledge Pvt. Limited.
Thank you very much for inviting me for this section related to Union Budget 2024. Almost every time this question is asked, now that the budget is presented in the parliament, what next? And the answer is nothing. That's the only correct answer. Get back to daily work, get back to business. Because how many cases a parent would reconsider sending the son or daughter to a college simply because long-term capital gains tax has been tweaked in the budget? How often will you change your plans to go for that vacation simply because GST has been increased or decreased? Well, if we don't change the life's plans, our financial goals do not change. And when the financial goals do not change, our plans should not change. Somebody may say, yeah, but my money in hand would go down because the tax rates have been increased. Well, that's a correct logic, correct way of looking at it. But what can you do about it? Calculation that you did about how much you need to invest on a regular basis to be able to fund that future financial goal had lot of assumptions. First of all, the goal itself was an assumption in many cases. Number two, the value of money required at that time adjusted for inflation means the inflation also was an assumption. Then you also assume the rate of return on the investment portfolio and the tax thereon. Now, out of all these assumptions, one has changed. All you can do is do the math again, keeping all the assumptions as it is, and then you arrive at the deficit, and then there are only two options. Either you bring down the goal value or increase your savings. There's nothing else that one can do about the union budget proposals. Now, this question about what would happen in the next 6 months is an impossible thing to predict. Short term, anyway, is extremely difficult, and most experts have also failed at that. So in that case, most commoners would be better off not predicting, rather preparing for various outcomes. Because the union budget is presented to meet the objectives of the union government, and their objectives may not be aligned with our objectives at family level or at an individual level. So if that's the case, let's focus on our own budget, our financial situation, our financial goals, and consider the budget as a non-event and blank out all the noise. That would make the life peaceful, comfortable, and manageable. That would make the finances peaceful, comfortable, and manageable.
Thank you for sharing your post-budget insights.